Welcome back to Boring Reviews.
Boring land.
Oh, just kidding.
Blasphemer! Hello,
right.
Boring Review Nation!
Kind of pointless.
We know all things.
All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And we are excited to react to another current Coke Studio song. This is from season 14. And welcome back to Coke Studio listening audience. It's been a while since we've done Coke Studio. We did Tu Jhoom recently. And this is not pandering. This is not fake. This is anything. I've had that tune literally in my mind since we did the reaction. And then in my class today, I play this song. I was surprised no one's like, what is this? I don't understand this language. Not one person. But I was just like, maybe not the right audience. But I was like, I was just so excited about it. It was in my mind. I was playing Tu Jhoom in my class today. So Coke Studio, you are getting out into the masses, my friend.
Casey, wanted something funny? I was going to play it in front of my class this morning too. But I had a meeting, so I didn't get there. So I was thinking maybe tomorrow. But if you say it's not the right audience, I don't know.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I usually play it's usually my music. So they're probably just like, oh, this is one of his songs.
Oh, yeah.
I was just surprised that no one said anything. And I wasn't sure if it was like, what is this? Anyways, I love the song. And it's fantastic. And it's a great message. I just wish that it was maybe not dubbed because you don't get the voice. But I want my students to hear the message of the song because that's the best part. We're checking out another Coke Studio song here. It's from season 14. This is Kana Yaari. And this has Kaifi, Khalil, Eva B, Abdul, Wahab, Bugti. Sorry, Bugti. Not familiar with any of those. If it doesn't have Asif Aslam, how dare you, because he's the best singer in the entire world. But I'm sure these guys are fantastic. Ready to check this out?
I am.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, please.
You know what's funny? I had to say, so far my two favorite ones is the Tu Jhoom and definitely Cruella.
Oh yeah, but what about Rockstar?
That one was good, but I really liked Cruella.
I gotta listen to that song again.
Cruella's my favorite. Well, the band.
And she listens to that all the time.
I do.
And Tu Jhoom was on Google Music, so I wonder if Cruella's on there.
It used to be. It just got recently taken off.
How dare they?
I know. I don't know why.
All right, so we're going to check this out. Let us know what you think, and here we go.
Coke Studio, Season 14.
That's cool. Oh, snap. I love that instrument.
It's got like all the tassels hanging off. That's cool.
Different room. Wow. It's almost like a throwback voice for me. Oh, and you got some more modern. Oh yeah, Coke Studio House.
I know.
Oh, that's cool. She's playing in that room. I love this. Just the whole setting.
I like the colors on the wall too.
Yeah, the colors are cool. Nice.
That was so fast to keep up with.
Yes, hard to keep up with the subtitles.
But that, I love that it was a girl rapping.
Yeah.
जिंदगिया
A lot of musicians on this one. I love these guys right here.
दुश्मन बया संगत बस वादा बहारानी मर्दम वतारानी परजा मजानी रंदा मकन तो दिलबर मारा शिगानी का नजारी सदवारी औली तामे प्यारे दा का नजारी सदवारी औली तामे प्यारे दा औली तामे प्यार दा औली तामे प्यार दा कना यारी गदारी इश्क नामे गार दा उस्तर दुश्मन दुश्मन भी दोस्त इश्क नामे गार दा वाला मुतमईन कमा वत वत दिल पुश इश्क नामे गार दा इश्क नामे गार
I like that. Yeah, that was awesome.
Wow.
I feel like that's a song that, like, you need the lyrics to read it and then listen to it again. Because, I mean, it's so good, but it's, like, so fast-paced that it's, like...
Yes, absolutely. Because I was about to say, like, no, because it's such an enjoyable song, you don't need the lyrics there. But yes, because one thing I love about Coke Studio is the messages behind it. They're very, very religious-based. We're very religious ourselves. And one of my favorite things is to kind of connect it to, man, there's a lot of, beliefs by these singers. And most of it's Muslim beliefs. But I don't think all of them are. Maybe they are. There's a lot of similarities with how we believe, whether it's Christianity or whether it's, the specific denomination that we follow. So, yeah, you definitely want to have those lyrics there. But this was it was interesting because for some reason those guys, at the very beginning, they reminded me of something like a throwback type of singer. And then you have that new age, that fresh. You mentioned the girl. Not only was she super talented, but something I was very impressed with. And I'm never good at knowing the names of the attire, so I'm not going to even attempt to say it's called this or that because I don't want to be disrespectful. But it's obviously how she believes to be covered up as much as she was. But she was still doing her art. She was still doing her rapping, and she didn't... I can't imagine how hard that to be like, I'm going to be in this song. Like, I want them to see what I look like. Her beliefs were more important to her, and she was respecting and she was abiding her beliefs, but also doing what she loved. That, to me, was just impressive. Not just her talent, but to me, at least, the message that her sticking to her beliefs, sticking to her guns, and still doing her thing.
Yeah, no, she was, like, super good, super good. I loved it.
Very talented.
You don't find too many female rappers, I think, here that are really good. And I feel like, at least the ones in America, they make their raps good by just loading it up with cuss words. I mean,
we don't listen to a lot.
We don't listen to a lot.
To be honest.
But what's out on the mainstream
Rap,
that
period.
you hear a lot, I just mean like female rappers, I don't feel like they're fast like she was. I feel like, some are okay, but I don't know. I just felt like she was really good. I feel like, and she was articulate. Like we don't know the language, but everything sounded clear when she was saying it. I didn't feel like words were mumbled.
Very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Right?
Fluidly.
There you go. I also love, my one complaint on Tu Jhoom was that it seemed like there wasn't a lot in the setting. And one of my favorite things, and I mentioned it right before we reacted to it, I can't wait to see the setting, and then it was missing. It had the dancers, which was cool. This one was like they went all out. Yeah. It was like, hey, we are back post-pandemic years, or season 13, and it was not only very, very nice and aesthetically looking, but it was so cool to see them open up this, and here's this this musician and this musician, and at the very end to have all that. Like, he kept moving walls, and I thought it was just so he can get to one place to another, not realizing that he was opening up all the walls. So I'm not sure if that semblance of like breaking down barriers or this or that, or there's a lot more to it. I loved everything about this. As much as I loved Tu Jhoom and I kept listening to it and thinking about it, I may like this a little more. I don't know. I definitely want to listen to it a few more times to get a better message of what they're saying. But what we did get was about how this is not real love. And I'm curious what your interpretation... I don't know if there's religiously a background to what they're talking about, to an event in history or to a certain belief, but what was your understanding of what they were singing about?
That's why I want to go back, because I was trying to look at the surrounding. I was trying to look at the musicians. I was trying to read the lyrics, and so it was a lot, because I found like this is not real love, but I also saw like that they'll befriend you and then they'll betray you.
Right.
And there was also like when the girl was saying at the end, the female rapper, and she was saying, you know, like I broke my own heart, like I ended up being alone and then breaking my own heart. And so it's just so much all over that I don't feel comfortable enough to try to interpret it until I watched it a few more times, because I feel like maybe partially there was almost like 3 different storylines combined into one, and I could be very, very wrong on that. But if I were just to off chance it with all that stuff, maybe it was more or less like find yourself and like, I don't know, like.
That's okay.
It's hard.
I feel like they were all singing about the same message, but I was curious, like, who are they talking about? Who's this person that is the love is short-lived and it's not going to be there forever? And I'm curious if it's just like in general, like superficial people, because the one line that really stuck with me is he says, your enemies will not be with you during hard times, or something to that degree.
He said your enemies will be with you during the good times.
During the good times, right? So
But then
meaning that they won't be there during the bad times. You don't think of superficial friends as enemies, right? But it's and it could just be a translation. The last video, people were not too happy with the translation of subtitles.
Dance.
But we just use the subtitles that Coke Studio puts on there in English. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I thought that was really interesting to call that enemies, because if they're not your true friends, in a sense, the word, they are an enemy, because ultimately they're not going to be good for you, right? Ultimately, they're going to let you down in some way.
But I want to say there was also a line that said, your friends will become your enemies and your enemies will become your friends, or something like that. I feel like there was like a line that was like
there
that
probably
too,
was,
like,
but when she was rapping, she was talking about how I'll be here for you forever. I will be. So I feel like it was a kind of a differential of real friends and not so real friends. Maybe, maybe talking more spiritually, like with God we'll be here forever and I'll love you forever. Without God we won't have that. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. Please let us know. Comment below on what the translation is, because most of these songs, I don't think really too many of them are original. They're from something else, or they're written by someone else and they put their own spin on it. Please let us know. We love this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out some other Coke Studio reactions that we've done. And until next time.
Goodbye.